Hello, everybody. It's been some time, but welcome to a show in which we take enlightening excursions into pertinent topics in academics, culture, and life in general. We learn to use reason, sense, and understanding in order to come out enlightened and glowing. Once again, welcome. Today, I would like us to delve and dig into the topic notification of meetings and the agenda. Nice and simple. If you've been following my channel, you will have in the past seen an episode in which I dealt at length how to effectively hold a group meeting. And it follows that in order to be able to hold an effective group meeting and to prepare the members or the participants to come ready to participate actively and effectively in the meeting, it is imperative that a notification of the meeting, of the said meeting, be sent well in advance, indicating the venue, the date, and the time of the meeting. And not only that, the same notification should include the items of the agenda which are to be deliberated upon in the course of that meeting. So, agreeably, prior to that meeting, that notification needs to be sent. As a matter of fact, for big corporate companies, firms, and organizations, it is a legal requirement that such a notification be sent at least 21 days before the said meeting. So it must not be missed out. And today, this is what we address ourselves to. Before I go any further, I would like you to like this episode. I honestly hope that you do and you will like it. Don't stop there. Watch right up to the end. That will be of great benefit to you. And I personally will appreciate greatly that there are people out there who are following what I do. Then, in case you've not done so already, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel so that you will in future be getting notification of many other interesting, informative, educating episodes that I have lined up, which are in the pipeline and I'll be rolling out in quick succession. So please hit the notification bell right now. And don't stop there. Go to the comment section and we can interact that way. Send me a comment. I promise to write back to you. We've said that the notification will mention the venue, date, and time of the meeting. Plus, will include a list of the items of the agenda. Now we address our mind to that. With regard to items of the agenda, there are these important considerations that have to be made. First, it will include conventional items of the agenda, substantive items of the agenda, any other business or AOB, and the adjournment. Let me explain in greater detail, starting with conventional items of the agenda. Conventional items of the agenda are referred to as such because they appear in almost every other meeting. And specifically, they will include the following. 1. Preliminaries. 2. Confirmation of minutes. And 3. Matters arising. With regard to the preliminaries, these will include from the moment the chairperson calls the meeting to order, to possibly introducing those in attendance and telling those who are present to introduce themselves or to say their names. Possibly, if it's a religious group, and this one happens in many times, asking that a prayer be said before the meeting starts officially, and any other business any other item that the chairperson may wish to bring in at that initial stage, the preliminary stage. That one done, the meeting goes into confirmation of minutes of a previous meeting. If one such meeting had been held, the meeting goes into confirmation of the minutes. So the minutes will have been circulated earlier, or if not so, on the floor, and everybody is given ample time to have read through them. Once that one is done, now the chairperson will ask a person to propose the minutes as a true recording of the proceedings of that previous meeting. The person asked to propose is a person who was present in that previous meeting, is present in this particular meeting, and has read the minutes and can propose them. So the person will say, I propose. The matter does not run there. The chair will ask for a seconder. Once again, this seconder will be somebody who was present in that previous meeting, is here and has read the minutes and can second the minutes. If that one happens, then the minutes will be confirmed as a true recording of that previous meeting. But it's also possible that the same minutes can be confirmed, but with amendments. This is in cases where maybe there is something that was not recorded. Maybe somebody was present in that meeting, but their name does not appear. Maybe there was a fact that was misstated, or maybe there was a misspelling of a word here and there. In that case, the minutes will be confirmed, but with amendments. So that is confirmation of minutes. Then there is that part that is matter arising. So in this particular meeting, after the minutes have been read, particular minutes of that previous meeting may be reviewed, discussed further, new action decided upon, new resolution arrived at, and recorded as matters arising during this particular meeting. So that is what it is to do with matters arising. So once again, conventional items of the agenda, preliminaries, confirmation of minutes, and matters arising, and they appear in just about all meetings wherever. The conventional items of the agenda have been dispensed off with. The meeting inevitably and deliberately so goes into discussing the substantive items of the agenda. And these are a number of items, could be 3, 4, 5, depending on the nature of the meeting, which will be transacted during that meeting, deliberated upon, discussed, points of actions arrived at, and whatever resolution is made, recorded as a meeting, as a minute of that meeting. It is justifiable to say that it is because of the substantive agenda that that particular meeting has been called. Substantive items of the agenda. Substantive items of the agenda, having been dealt, will lead on to any other business, or A or B. Everybody likes mouthing those initials, A or B, any other business. Principally, this refers to issues that will crop up in the course of this meeting, this particular meeting. They were not there initially as substantive items of the agenda, but crop up in this particular meeting. and the members discuss them. If it's a course of action, it is arrived at. If resolutions are made, these ones are listed one after the other as part of any other business, A or B. A or B done away with, that leads to adjournment. Adjournment. And here what happens is that the meeting discusses and arrives at the venue, date, and time for the next meeting, the upcoming meeting after this one. And this one is recorded as adjournment, as the chairperson brings that particular meeting to an end. So adjournment refers to that conclusion by deciding the date and time of the next meeting. We shall now look at the layout of the notification. It is advisable that this one be confined within a borderline to make it appear well organized and attractive and catchy. Let it be confined within a borderline. Starting, of course, with the date, and then the wording, then the listing of the items of the agenda, and the complementary clause as the secretary, because inevitably it is the secretaries that write the notification of meetings and the agenda. In fact, this now brings me to the next most important part. This particular episode, I'm thinking of people who are secretaries of companies or groups or organizations who will be required now and again in consultation with the chair to come up with this notification of minutes and send them out to the members in good time, as we saw. This also I'm also addressing myself to students at university, colleges, or secondary school who are also required to know how to send out these notifications and do so for their groups, their organizations, clubs, and society. Not to forget that this is a popular examination area, a domain that examiners do test again and again. So, I'm thinking of useful language. Useful language. If it is writing the date, write the date in a formal style, not informally. This is a strictly official document, so the date should be written in an official style, as can be seen. Then, that part of the calling the meeting, there are a number of lines that can be used. But the thing to note is that the language must be official. So no chance for informality. Don't use colloquialism, slang. Don't use contracted forms of words. No, use official language. For example, all the members of Border Cooperative and Savings Society are hereby notified of a meeting to be held on, mention the venue, on, mention the date, at, mention the time. Or it can be something to this effect, and I particularly like this. Pursuant to the club's constitution, a notice is hereby made of a meeting to be held on or to be held in on starting at blah 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 blah. So those are the opening lines after the date. And then of course will follow a listing of the items of the agenda. And as part of a complementary clause, the secretary can tell the members, please be prompt, or please observe punctuality, Oh, please, everybody must attend. Don't fail to attend. And that is followed by signature, name, and designation, in this case meaning the secretary. So there we are. Notification of meeting and the agenda as it should appear officially. This will lead us now to the next topic, and this is minutes writing. So keep interest, keep watching. As I told you, remember to like and subscribe, so I will notify you when I send out the episode on effective minutes writing, which is following soon after this. Thank you.